On. All right, let me go ahead and. All right, it is 6:30 p.m. and we're going to call this meeting to order, and we will begin with roll call.
Here.
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 Here. Here. All right, thank you so much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you can please rise, we will go ahead and take care of our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you so much. That's pretty cool. When we were saying it, it was reminding me of the opening day at Little League and seeing all the little ones all together as a group and doing the pledge out there. It was really cool. Good way to start. Good way to start. All right, Council, let's go ahead and move on to item number 4, and this is citizens to be heard. This is the opportunity for citizens, visitors, and guests to address the City Council on any issue or any item of the agenda in compliance with LGC Section 551.007. City Council may not discuss any presented issue, nor may any action be taken or on any issue at this time. Citizens to be heard are limited to 3 minutes each. Attorney General Opinion JC-0169. Do you have anybody signed up? Okay, don't have anybody signed up, but I will still ask. See if anybody would like to speak. Going once. Yes, sir. Come up to the mic and then just make sure you sign in on the sheet. Okay? Yes, sir.
My name is Roger Cruz. My wife Irma and I live in Settle Ridge,
Yes, sir.
and we've been working with our homeowner association trying to get information. It's a slow process, but we're getting somewhere. We've been asking them for a map or a plat of Settle Ridge to include the properties that have not been built and the front area, I guess the ditch or whatever. I believe that's ours too. But they said that they can't or they don't have one because it's not developed yet or it's not finished.
Okay.
Can I ask somebody for that, or is there some way I can get that so that when we do have our meeting, I want to show?
Yeah, whenever we do have, it would be through our city administrator that they would actually have anything that is presented to us.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll give you an email. Okay.
Yeah,
That'll-
definitely.
Let me sign it.
Yep, please do. Please do. And just go ahead.
You've been given access to a newsletter, right?
I'm sorry.
You've been given access to a newsletter
Yes.
that's been made available,
Yes.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you
Thank you.
very much.
No problem, sir. No problem at all. All right. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. All right. Appreciate that. No additional comments. Let's go ahead and put Mr. Cruz down. I'll appreciate that. All right, let's go ahead and move on to item number 5. This is a public hearing. Paula, if you can actually show it at, or indicate at 6:34, we're going into the first public hearing. This is A, conduct a public hearing concerning the final plat for Saddle Ridge Estates Phase 3, being a total of 17.570 acres, including 0.809 acre of site easements out of a 27.635 acre tract of land recorded in document number 249357 of the official public records of Atascosa County out of Baumberger Gardner, and survey number 513 abstract 87 in the city of Idle, Atascosa County, Texas. So this is just a public hearing. There will be an action where we could actually have discussion or comments. This is a portion for the public. So if anybody in the public wants to actually address, this is the time to go ahead and do that. Once, twice. Okay, go ahead and show. It is 6:35. And we are going to for public hearing. A. Let's go ahead and move on to E. We'll go ahead and bring this starting. 6:35. And this is to conduct a public hearing concerning a final plat for Saddle Ridge Estates, Phase 4, in a total of 10.624 acres out of 27.635 acre tract of the land recorded in document number 349357 of the official public records of Atascosa County, Texas, out of the Gardner Survey 513, abstract 87, in the city of Vital, Atascosa County, Texas. Anybody for that one? Any comments? Going once. Going twice. Right? We'll go ahead and shut down those comments. Ones also follow. And show public hearings closed at 6:30. Check those real quick. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Council, for item number 6, open session, take action on items discussed. And A is consideration and possible action concerning the approval of the minutes from March 9th, 2026.
Mayor, I'd like to start by making a motion to approve the minutes for March the 9th, 2025, 2026. Sorry.
Okay, got a motion on the floor. Do I have a second? Got a second? Okay, discussion, any comments?
Well, can you verify on item 5B? You haven't notated that it was motion by David Emery and then second by Richard Hughes. My notes indicated it was myself and Anna Karim. You could just verify. Thank you.
Anything else? Okay, all those in favor?
Uh,
Any opposed? Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and move on to item B, discussion and update concerning the City of Idle's delinquent tax collection summary for January 2025 to December 2025. And thank you, sir. Appreciate you being here with us.
Hope my
Thank-
voice holds up.
You're good.
Council,
You need
thanks
some
for letting me
water?
be here. I got some.
You got some.
I
Okay.
have to run over there and take a drink. I will. For those of you that have not met me, I'm Brad Balderall. I'm here attorneys. I've been with the firm 17 years. And thank you for letting me come here and kind of just talk a little bit about what we do. So I will usually start quickly on page 3 and 4. Kind of is it's sort of a little roadmap of where we're going to go. And then I'll begin my report on page 5 with the delinquent collection activity. Most everything we typically do starts with mailing. So when we have certain statutory mailing to have to go out in May for the 3307, so those have to
Yeah.
go out. And then the tax rolls turned over to us in July, and that's when we begin our what we call our mass mailing process. Doesn't mean everything gets a letter because there are certain exemptions. There's over 65. There's veteran exemptions. Some that just will never get a collection letter, but everything that's eligible, we send a letter to. And then we'll follow up with that in September. There's a tax lien follow-up. There's also in September a tax lien notice. This is for anything that wasn't eligible to get a letter in July, but has become eligible in September. Maybe they had a dispute with the appraisal district and now that's been resolved, so now they're eligible. And then at the very bottom, you see text alert notifications. We just started this in Atascosa County last fall. We're really excited. We're still working on how we're going to sort of correlate text to return calls. We're excited about it, and I look forward to having more next year or later on, maybe this year, if I can come back and kind of let you know what we're seeing on. I think we're going to see a bump on the callbacks. It might be along demographic lines. It might be 35 and under or 40 and under, but I think it's going to be real positive. I'm looking forward to hoping we can get a good way to directly measure it.
Good.
And then behind that, you'll see some samples of the letters that we do send out. And then on page 11, this public service announcement is actually on the website of the tax assessor. And what this does is it sort of makes clear that our texts do not look like spam or spoofing. that ours will always have the 5-digit or 6-digit number, but if you look in the last paragraph, Linebarger text will always include your name, an account specific to the number, a callback number, a link to disclosures and FAQs, and a link to make a payment. So we went, I think, over and above what we could have done to make it look very specific, very professional, and that they know that this is legitimate and it's not a scam.
Yes, sir.
Behind that, you'll have our target mailing activity. These are typically more of a status, set for trial, status of a case, a notice of a foreclosure, or notice of a dismissal. Next page is taxpayer assistant, and I like to talk about page 13 and 14 together because this is outbound and inbound calls. So we had 113 total outbound plus inbound. And the reason I think this is important is that every time we do get a chance to talk to someone, it's an opportunity to resolve a problem. It's an opportunity to ask questions. It's an opportunity to see if we have a good address, if we've got the correct spelling of a name, et cetera. So we take advantage of every opportunity we have to ask those questions. We put the notes back into our system, and if we end up having to search for somebody again or reserve them or reissue, we'll use this information. So it's very helpful. Page 15, you'll see the payment arrangements. We do these throughout the year. They can get on an official payment arrangement with the tax office, but we will also let them make payments to us. The tax office requires a down payment. And what we will usually do is let them make payments to us to bring the balance down to where they can afford the down payment. This gives them an option to do something over time that they're trying to, slow down the damage, but they can't go get on an official payment arrangement. So we do work with them that way. Our research on page 16, this is what we do. We work the role, and I always stress that in my reports that if something is old or if it's going to require in-depth research, we'll do it. In fact, you'll see on the next page, abstract of title. Let's see, it's requested 0, but we received 1. It usually means that probably came in early because this is a very slow process. Abstracting is when you're going back to the plats and you're going through the deeds and trying all those handwritten deeds. So it's a very slow process, but we do it. Page 18, you'll see the lawsuits filed. There was 1 lawsuit filed. Now, since we've begun collecting, when the tax roll was turned over originally, the tax office from the city and the tax office from the county, they basically had almost a reconciliation they had to do. There were some supplements, there were updates that they wanted to make sure they had everything right before people started getting letters from us. So that did take a while. So I'm looking forward to coming back and seeing that I think everything's going to probably bump up a little bit. It's not a huge portfolio, so there shouldn't be 1,000 lawsuits, but I would like to see the number go up. Page 19, this is sort of the process of the lawsuits. Trial judgments and dismissals. You see we have 1 judgment. Down below, you see motion for attorney ad litem. These are appointed by the court for unknown heirs of someone who's passed away, and we had to serve them by publication. Citation reissues. Again, this is back part of that research of getting good service. Page 20, our tax sales. We had 1 set. It was not sold. It was struck off, and it will likely be considered for resale at some point. The bankruptcy filings. We have no bankruptcy claims for the city. And you can turn to page 23, and it's the delinquent tax collections, October to September. You can see it by month and then by year when the year's total. Page 24, just sort of a breakdown of what the portfolio actually looks like, the status of the accounts and ones that are subject to litigation, the ones that have the 65 deferral, bad addresses, just sort of a snapshot of what we're working with right now. And then finally, page 25 is our analysis. So you can see in 2022, we did not get the entire roll. And then page next up is 2023. At the time of turnover, when we got the delinquent tax roll, 95.6 had already been collected. And then from July to December of that year, it had gone up to 98%. The 2024 at the time of turnover was 94.6. And as of last December, it was 97.5. And over time, that number should go up and usually get into the high 90s, around 98. or so.
Awesome.
That is the entirety of my report, but if there's any questions, I'm happy to do my best to answer them.
So I have a couple of questions. Thank you for this information. It's very forthcoming of your organization or your law firm. I like all this information. One of the things that I may have read, I know the delinquency comes out in the newspaper, it's published. I believe you mentioned, or it had been mentioned in this report, that council could be given a list, more updated list of the current delinquencies.
That would be internal. That would.
Okay,
that
so
was
that would not be available to the council?
No, well, I guess if the ultimate result would be public information because that would be the actual tax roll.
Okay, I misread that it's part of it. So there's also a disconnect between the law firm and the county, and this is Atascosa County. So what's published on the website is not necessarily correct, and you made mention of that. So I just want to make sure, firsthand knowledge, that you were aware that there is discrepancies out there. So, take that in consideration. What I didn't see in the report was I didn't see the frequency of collections versus, I guess, lawsuits based on the most delinquent accounts.
Mhm.
Okay, I would like to see that, those that have been delinquent the longest,
Okay.
how you're progressing on those. Because everything here is based on what's been sent out, who's been notified and so forth. But I would like to see a correlation on the accounts that are most delinquent and how you're progressing on that.
We typically get it high dollar down, so the highest ones owed. And I did take a look at the delinquent tax roll. The highest top 10 were either all on an exemption over 65 or they were
Right.
already under a lawsuit. The other thing we look at is exactly what you just said, the longest owed. Even though we have one of the probably the longest statute of limitations that I'm aware of, which is 20 years. We have to watch that because after 20 years, if you got something that's beyond 20 years old, those years can begin falling off the tax roll.
Yes.
So in some instances, we'll initiate a lawsuit on a lower balance than the one that maybe had higher because we want to preserve the lien for those years. So I think I understand your question that it's the most owed, but also the longest owed.
Right.
Because those are
The
they're
most
not always the same.
delinquent, not necessarily in price or amount owed, but just the length of
Exactly.
time of delinquency.
And that's exactly the point.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure that they're not always the same just because they owe more years.
Because I
doesn't mean-
personally have heard the comment that, somebody gets on the list and they're a year and a half behind. And then yet they see some of these other accounts that are multiple years. And, of course, that doesn't set very well.
And I'm not familiar with what list is this published.
It's
The pub-
published in the newspaper, in the Vine News.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's yearly.
Yeah, I think it's different tax collection organizations actually
Okay.
publicize it, so it just depends. I know the school district likes to do that, put it out there. So it just depends on the identity whether or not.
Okay, because
But-
we don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't put that in the
No,
paper?
sir.
Okay.
But I think one of the good things right now where we're at, and he pointed it out, basically
Mhm.
right over here, we're in a very good position now because we have them in a better position of making sure that we are matched up where we're at.
Right.
So during those first few years, they were trying to kind of get things lined up back. Is that correct?
Correct.
Because there was some stuff that wasn't being done, so they had to kind of put stuff together. So now where we're at, I think what you're asking for is going to be a lot easier from this point on, because now we got a good foundation. Is that correct?
Yes, and I can specifically include that information. We can have a chart, we can have an Excel snapshot of something that kind of has the most years and then the most amount. We can. do
Yeah,
that
and
way.
you made mention in the report of having to find the correct owner,
Yes, sir.
getting that documentation. So I understand that.
And that takes a lot of time.
Yes, sir.
sometimes.
I
It
can
does.
understand.
We actually have an individual and that's what she does. She goes from county to county and stays there for a week or two, just gets all the material and then goes through it.
And can you explain the, what's that, BPP,
Mhm.
HM statute of limitations at
What
13.4%?
page are you looking at?
The previous
The
one
pie chart.
on the
pie
chart. Your top section there, you have the statute of the limitations.
The BPP, let's see, mobile home statute of limitations. So BPP stands for business personal property, and MH for mobile home. So I believe this is years that are actually beyond the statute. So
Is that what that's representing?
that's what this is referencing. So with business personal property, mobile homes, we have 4 years to file a lawsuit. And after that, the lien dissolves.
Okay.
So we don't get the lien to sue.
And that was the 5 and 6 and 16,000
Is what it looks like. Yes, sir.
respectively.
It looks like there's 55
Is that 55? Oh, okay, I thought it was a dollar sign, 55. Yes, sir.
for 16,000. And then some of these mobile homes are sold, but they're sold with delinquent taxes owed. And when that happens, you cannot get your title. So the title stays in some local's name, but the mobile home could be in Zavala County. It could be in Bear County.
Okay. All right, thank you.
It unfortunately is, as we see it a lot, is
Keyword there being mobile. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm happy to come back if you would like us to be here more frequently. If you want me to come back twice a year, once a quarter, I'm happy to do so.
I think at any point you think it's important for the council, hey, this is good info. I need to pass it, coordinate with Zach so we can get it in front. Definitely. So if you feel it's
definitely do that.
important that we get it in front of the council, let's do it.
I agree. Thank you, Mayor.
I appreciate
Council,
it.
Thank you.
have a good evening.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a great one. All right, council, let's go ahead and move on to C. Right back to the public hearings that we've had to consider in possible action concerning resolution 2618, the resolution of City Council, City of Lytle, Texas, approving the final plat for Saddle Ridge Estate Phase 3, being a total of 17.570 acres, including 0.809 acre of site easement of a 27.635 acre tract of land recorded in document number 2495357 of the official public records of Spotsylvania County, Texas, Tom Gardner, survey number 513, abstract 87, in the city of Lytle, Atascosa County, Texas, providing for a cleaner cost and establishing an effective date. Zach?
Mayor and council, pretty straightforward on this one. This is the final plat for phase 3 of one of the last 2 sections for Saddle Ridge Estates. This one consists of approximately 87 single family lots in the back portion of the subdivision. And the plat was included in the packet for y'all's review. Was reviewed by our engineer, was approved, was taken to P&Z last week, and also recommended for approval by that body as well as by staff. So.
That's just the areas that they haven't finished, basically.
Yep.
Okay. Council?
Mayor, I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 26-18 as presented with the effective date of today, March 23rd, 2020.
Okay, got a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Got a second. Thank you, Anna. Okay, any discussion?
Can you explain the purpose of approving this? Does this mean they can now open this up for builders to come in and start working in those areas?
Yeah, so officially, once the property's been platted, then they can actually go in and develop that portion of the property. Yeah.
Correct me if this is not the time to ask, but how are we doing on our access road?
I can provide an update now, or I can provide it during my my update. I was prepared to do it during my update.
Yeah,
but
that'll be
it's
fine.
okay.
Anything else? Okay. With that in mind, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Oppose.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 yeas. All right. Awesome. Let's go ahead and move on to D. And this is consideration and possible action concerning resolution 26-19, a resolution of City Council of the city of Lytle, Texas, approving the final plat for Saddle Ridge Estates Phase 4, being a total of 10.624 acres out of 27.635 acre tract of the land recorded in document number 249357 of the official public records of Atascosa County, Texas, out of Walden Gardner, survey number 513, abstract 87, in the city of Lytle, Atascosa County, Texas, providing a repealer clause and establishing an effective date. Zach.
All right, Mayor and Council, this is the final plat under Saddle Ridge. So this one we go back up to phase 3. This one is slightly smaller at 59 single-family residential lots, and this will be the last phase for the subdivision to finish out. So
Okay. Good. All right, council.
I'll make a motion again that we approve this resolution 26-19 as presented. Today's effective date, March 25th.
Okay, got a motion. Do I have a second? Got a second. All right, we'll go ahead and open up the discussion. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
I want to make sure. Nice. Any opposed?
Nay.
Okay. All right, appreciate that, council. Definitely take that into consideration. Make sure anything that you need to pass on. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, E, consideration and possible action concerning resolution 2620, a resolution of City Council of City of Lytle, Texas, approving a service area agreement by and between the City of Lytle, Texas and San Antonio Water System SAWS to amend the respective CCN service area boundaries persistent to Texas Water Code Section 13.248, providing for a repeater clause and establishing an effective date.
all right, so Mayor and Council, as part of our development agreement with Texaco Bear County, city agreed to work with SAWS to pay for a portion of their CCN that existed over the property for that particular development over in the Bear County area of the city or the future city. And the respective attorneys between ourselves and the developer who are here tonight, Tracfos, have been working together and have come up with the agreement. I believe the SAWS board has reviewed and has agreed to the draft agreement that is in the packet tonight. And so we've placed the resolution in front of y'all this evening to go ahead and approve that as well.
This is the same property, just for the council, is the same property for the annexation portion of it. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay, just so everybody understand that, okay? All right,
You want to add anything?
Good evening, Alderman. Just a quick thank you to staff for coordinating, and then a reminder that this includes the water rights that would be contemplated at the future annexation. So just a step that we have in our development agreement to keep moving forward on the project. That's it. Thanks.
no, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate you all being here. All right. All right, council, that in mind? Okay, a motion on the floor. Do I have a second? Second. Okay, discussion.
Because it's a CCN, last keyword being necessity, there's no amounts disclosed or agreed on.
Yeah, so what'll happen, I mean, it's basically what we're asking the Public Utility Commission is to just do a transfer, so they're just giving it to us. There's no.
But
like,
giving us
money.
what? Just the right?
Just the area, yeah, just the area to be able to
Right.
provide the water.
And
in
what
that area.
determines the amounts,
The amounts as far as,
like the water rights and so forth,
so that would be based on the development agreement that we passed.
which is based on the number of homes, the amount of
The-
land, and
Based on the LUEs that was provided, the living unit.
so that's
equivalents.
why this particular document doesn't state amounts.
Correct, that's
Okay,
correct.
Just clarification.
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor.
Good questions. Pretty much. Yeah, we're basically just putting it under our umbrella basically out there.
Yeah.
Because they
And
don't have
so-
any kind of development out there, right?
That's correct. And
Yeah.
so, which makes it easier on the Public Utility Commission, honestly, or the hope is that they'll pass it easier, but we need this agreement in place. This will get all sent as a package to the Public Utility Commission. They'll have to review it and approve it. And once they approve it, then we just take over that area and it becomes ours. So-
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All yeas. All right, appreciate that. All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you for being here. Time to do the rest of the homework. Woo-hoo. All right. All right, with that in mind, council, I think we're ready to go ahead and move into our department reports. And the first one that we have is 7A, the Finance Director's Report. Come on up. Here. Let's talk money.
Make sure I go the right way. Yay. Okay, everything's running on track. So not much to really point out. I'm used to doing a mid-year adjustment, just looking through everything and then doing we have a couple things already that will be on that, and we'll bring that to city council at the second meeting in April. So we'll talk more in depth about all the line items. It'll actually be an agenda item.
Okay.
Okay. So I really don't have much here. I got a chart for you.
Sales tax. So there we go.
So this is your sales tax. It's only 2 years. I was trying to do pirate colors.
It's still good. That's good.
But as you can tell, we're on an upward journey. So I will, as I get more time, fill in at least a couple more years so you can see more of a tracking. But the
That's-
red is where we're at right now.
That's good.
So
Good, good,
Can you
good.
pick maybe green
for which one?
for the red?
For the red? For the red?
But there is a green in there. What was the green?
That's your average.
That's your blue.
Oh, it's a blue?
your
Okay.
average.
Mhm.
That's your average line.
Yeah.
Don't say blue. We got somebody who
Just-
said blue. And
I'm just saying
staring at
tax-
me, and we don't need to put any blue on a
Choose the
chart.
red, choose the blue.
I just saying taxes are revenue. So
Well, yeah, that's
yeah, red usually associates with something that's bad.
Yeah, true. I can do that. Okay.
That's good.
These are your hotel water and sewer funds. The water is a little tight, but we'll review that additionally during the budget amendment once we figure out what we're,
Yeah, a
Gonna
lot of
do.
that, I will say, is the capital that's come out.
Yeah.
Thus far, we could expend a lot, with those projects, so that's where a lot of that is.
Yeah, and the council just, Public Works has been helping us out, as we know. We got that map of work that they've done to be able, but it's made a huge, huge difference when you look at the number of water. So it's a good thing.
okay. On the on updates, the remaining CDs, once everything gets all cleared up at the bank and the new money market account is done, we will close those accounts. I guess we'll bring those next month also for city council to approve closing all those.
Okay.
And then move that money over. The audit is still ongoing. They hit us hard last week. Ronnie and Sylvia and Liza were amazing help. But we got it all done. We think, we hope. They haven't asked for anything else today.
We did put it at your dais, I'm sure y'all
Oh,
saw
yes.
at the dais, the sheet for y'all to all fill out, y'all can just fill those out, and leave us back. So we give it to the auditors, so.
So you need it back tonight.
Preferably
Please.
tonight, but if not,
Okay.
you can drop by tomorrow or whatnot, the sooner the better, obviously.
Okay.
That's the questionnaire.
Yeah, that's a question.
There's a total of 1,674 meter. 696 of them are radio reads, so about 42%. We are back to looking at additional payment options with the bank. That's just not one of our higher projects right now, but we are looking at that.
Payment options for,
The ACH withdrawal from where you take it automatically from their account, their
Oh.
bank account.
got it. Okay.
That way they don't get charged fees. You have a
Yeah.
lot of customers that want an option where they don't have to pay fees.
Yeah.
And this gives them that option.
Got it. No, that's a good call.
The future projects, a lot of these are just ongoing projects. I have been in talks with, I always forget his name, Sturger over at the bank. And we are working on getting the check capture machine. Basically, all deposits will be done same day in-house. And we'll just take the cash to the bank.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
That'd be good.
So looking forward to that. And that's all I have, unless you have any questions.
So a couple of reminders, Mr. Zachary, I know the next meeting will be doing the billing update.
Yes.
If you could look at the output of that.
Yeah, we've
to send.
been playing with it.
Okay.
It's the way Tyler, it doesn't look the best way. We're still working with
Yeah.
it.
Are you talking about the checks?
Yeah.
I have tried and tried.
And it just will not format.
No, I've tried doing different reports and everything, and I cannot.
But we go back to the old way.
Yeah,
This one
even,
has
even,
more
even
info.
setting a landscape, legal size, that in the background, that doesn't make a change on it.
I don't know that I've tried that.
Because it's probably setting a standard to portrait
Yeah, we could try.
standard. And if you could, I don't know if that would affect your other reports or anything else, but
We'll see. We'll try.
okay.
You can check.
It just make it
I haven't
easier.
tried that, so, yeah.
The second item was the Tyler Intercode annual billing. Remember, I was asking about the breakdown of that and how it shows to be billed out. So if you have an update, the next meeting, that would be fine.
Yes.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Council, anything else? Okay, Yvonne, thank you so much. Look forward to that audit. That'd be great. Be able to get it done.
I agree.
Get it done.
I agree.
All right, city secretary's report. Paula.
Hello. We had $41,000 in collections for taxes for the Agalorum. Nothing for a beer and wine license, but this month we did have, or last month we did have $338 for our beverage taxes that were collected. This was just the meetings that we had. I didn't have a lot going on. I just had a couple of meetings with my Alamo chapter. Our records report was pretty low too, but everything was fulfilled. I only have 4 to year to date. So on my agendas that were published and our ordinances, everything was completed. Our monthly for municipal court, still working on the procedures for the manual for the judge and the girls.
Okay.
And those are the coming up trainings that they're gonna go to. I think Brianna should be leaving tomorrow, I think, right? Or next week, for our violations for the month of February, we had 141 citations and the violations were 173. You can see. Actually, the supposed citations were 219 and the violations 217. I can't even see from here. Wow, I need glasses. And our collections was 278 for a total of $32,000, and the ones that were set for collections 113, a total of $6,000, almost $7,000. I think that's all I have. Right now, we're still working on our Easter eggs, so getting ready for Easter egg hunt.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yes, they're all here.
That
Sorry.
outside of the room. It's all
I
good.
pushed them to the corner.
That's,
I know.
that's good. Be able to take care of that. Council, anything?
Thank you.
All right, thank you, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and move on to city administrators report.
All right. All right. So on our current COs that we have, an update on these. So we did issue the notice to proceed. I know this is a February report, but we did issue the notice to proceed earlier this month, March 13th, for the booster station. So that project, we'll start seeing some movement over there, but obviously the big work won't happen until closer to summer, obviously. But they can do some prep work and start doing some things over that way. The elevated storage tank, I was told the contractor moved them being on site to now April, but no change was communicated as far as projected completion for the date being in August. But then after I had sent out this report, then I was told that they actually will be on site this week, so Thursday or Friday. So I won't hold my breath, but we'll see. So, but we'll see if they show up on Thursday or Friday. So, but that's what I was told. As far as Ace Construction down here for the 12-inch main loop, so they're about 75% complete. If you notice on the other side of 35, they have their nice big hole for the receiving pit for the bore for that portion. And they are, I don't know, did they get their equipment today? Do you know? Okay. So they were going to be trying tomorrow to do a hot tap for the 12 to the 18 over there on Prairie. So hopefully that's still the case for tomorrow, but that really is that portion. And then the bore are really the big two main things left. And then obviously connecting everybody, but really moving along. They were told by TxDOT that TxDOT basically said, you're good to go. No need to worry about the sidewalk, get the utility project done. So we'll get that done and then you can start on the sidewalk. So no issue there. So that's good. As far as developments, Saddle Ridge, so obviously we took care of the final plats for phase 3 and 4 here this evening. I did have so two things on Saddle Ridge. First, I did have a meeting with the more than likely, and I can't say who they are because it's not fully finalized, but more than likely the new home developer for Saddle Ridge. So they have selected, basically finalizing paperwork for that particular subdivision to finish out the sections for 2 and 5, which already have the infrastructure, and the lots are there. The contractor is out on site, and there's a section in my report, but I'll do it here just because I know it's already come up. The contractor is on site, has fully bladed our property on the sewer plant for the road, and has fully cut the portion on the Saddle Ridge side. So they are ready to go, subgrade on that portion, and ready to start pouring basically. So they shifted a little bit back from their original timeline, but in the later slide I do have what their anticipated timeline to finish that work is. I'd have to go back and look. I don't want to lie to you, so yeah.
So, Mr. Cruz, just so you know, just so you understand, we can't really talk about the company, but just so you know, so that's going to be phase 2, right?
That'll be phase 2 and 5.
And 5, which they have 24 completed. So you can see the difference of what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And more than likely, they're also going to do phase 3 and 4, which is what we talked about today.
As long as the homes
Okay.
sell, I did ask them, as long as the homes sell, the intention is that they will be the builder for 3 and 4 as well.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
then that's up to Kalara to figure out. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Little by little. It was more of the administrative portion that takes a while just because of the way they kind of kept it all separate. But in some ways, it's a good thing based on what we'll probably hopefully find out here in the near future.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you report 1 and 6, those are construction completed or are
Yeah.
they sold?
Yeah, completed, sold, people living in them. Yeah.
The only thing is,
Done.
like, you'll notice, like on phase 1, it says 68 and 65 completed.
Yeah, there's a couple
think-
lots.
Yeah,
that-
there's some lots in there that are around what used to be the model home, and those have stayed open. They'll finish those up in the last. That was part of the
So
agreement.
that's already up, and phase 1 is already up in the upper 90s. Phase 2 is 100%.
Yeah.
Or phase 6, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Yes.
100%. So, okay, thank you.
And I will tell you with this builder, again, I can't express the name, but this particular builder, they will move fast. It's a very fast home builder. They told us specifically that their model home, they want up and running within 15 days. So they are fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
They like to move fast. I did ask about comparable homes and everything. So they plan to look very similar, look either to what's already currently out there and or Rosewood. So they're going to be comparable where, so yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, as far as Rosewood, 88 completed out in phase 1. Obviously, we've had a lot of permits pulled out in Rosewood as I think the economy is starting to hopefully see a little bit of turn, maybe. So we got 30 under construction out there. They're starting to, pull those again. And we obviously have phase 2. I did receive today another 6-month extension. So that'll be coming up on another upcoming agenda for y'all to approve, but they still anticipate, moving forward on that, but just obviously want to get further along with phase 1, before they do that. So as far as Lytle Farms, no real update as far as, moving forward is concerned. The only update really here is they did make payment to us to satisfy the requirements that they were required to per the utility service agreement. So just to kind of refresh y'all's memory, under the utility service agreement, by December 31st of 2025, they were required to have pulled a minimum of 10 permits and paid the impact fees basically by that time, or pay the impact fees for those if they had not pulled them by that date. And so they have made the payments for that finally. So they basically are reserving those until they move forward at that time. So that keeps them active. But other than that, I think I expressed last meeting, we did meet with them, but we have not heard anything else since that meeting at this time. Really no other update. Obviously, we handled the Project Track stuff with the Sol CCN tonight. That's really the only other update with any of our other kind of development stuff that we have out there. So as far as building related information, typical applications received, continuing CPS pole replacements throughout town, new homes, just some small residential addition remodels that we're continue to get, and then permits issued on the right hand side there. A lot of solicitors. We have Rise coming in, going door to door again, trying to get, solicit. It's just kind of that time of year, where that happens. So
Can we just give the council, so just a heads up, and notice he mentioned about the pole replacement. So there is a project from around Topes all the way up to 35, just along Main on there. A lot of those utility poles are supposed to be replaced along with the actual power lines that are on there. So there's going to be a little bit of work on Main. We kind of got the indication that it should not affect the traffic, that, they might have a little bit of the vehicles around just for safety, but it shouldn't really affect. So we haven't sat down with the contractor, but we've been given the heads up that that's coming. So just to let you know.
and some of those are in that floodplain one that we had approved too. So that's just some delay to it. Yeah. As far as COs, just 3 for residential homes. We had obviously in February the fire marshal street CO for the Goodwill store, and then the inspections there on the right hand side. Code compliance, 8 total ordinance violations. You see them there on the left, 4 for bulk, 3 high weeds and grass, 1 for water restriction related use of water during times probably outside of normal times. 7 illegal dumping, 37 bandit signs removed, 13 follow permits, follow-ups. He did assist Aoka, our health inspector, on 1 occasion in February. 1 active notice of violation still active from 2025. That is one that's gone to court, and that's still just kind of pending out there. And then 2 stop work orders, both on residential homes that had started work prior to a permit being pulled. So very active. Frank continues to be very active. So appreciate all he does out there.
They're taking consideration, or he's taking consideration, for example, the high winds we had
Oh,
this
yes.
past couple of weeks, and
Oh,
people having
yes.
to put the brush and
Yeah. And
Okay.
he's been in contact with Barrera and who does our brush and all that.
even after the fact, if
Yes.
they miss last Monday's
Yes, definitely.
deadline, and
Definitely.
thank you.
Yes. No real update on the city contracts other than I would like to note that we did make the again, I know it's a February report, but we're so far into March now, but we did make the additional payment in March to the CPS Energy that we owed, that they told us we owed for the operating and management contract that we had with them. So that one should be fully completed and done. So that will roll off. We can be done fully with that finally, hopefully. So just wanted to point out that. So
Back
Yeah.
second
yeah.
city yard maintenance. I know we
Yeah.
discussed this once before.
Yeah.
And it's between TxDOT and the city of Lido, but the new walkways, especially the ones that have come up in front of the dialysis and in front of Bill Miller's, the condition of them, the keep. Who's going to be responsible for that? And who's going to maintain them?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's ours technically according to the maintenance agreement with TxDOT, or I mean,
I think
something
about every once a year. Or
yeah.
every
So
6 months or
TxDOT will go
something.
through,
and spray.
but even at that, I'd have to go back and look. I think TxDOT only handles kind of like that inner portion of the highway for 35 there. So I'll have to go back and look. But I'll have to pull it out again and double check that.
I bring that up because we,
Yeah.
as a city, we have a lot of sidewalks coming up.
Yeah.
We have them already in place and we have new ones coming up.
Mhm.
So we need to make sure we maintain these.
Yeah.
Not only for the beauty of it, but people having, using it.
Yeah.
The safety, being able to walk up and down.
I'll pull it back out and double check. I know we've had some conversations, and Frank has had some conversations with, adjacent property owners too about maintaining, along them or very close to them, adjacent to
Right.
them, So it's kind of a tag team, effort, sometimes between that. So
I know the mayor's going to bring it up later, but man, the lights at the park, awesome. What a difference it made. Makes it real nice.
definitely.
Thank you.
Basic meetings on the left there, holidays that we had in February, upcoming events, and then just some general meetings that I had, normal that were not normal from the normal meetings I had that are not listed on the left-hand side there. So that's just general project updates real quick. Master drainage plan. They are finalizing existing condition hydraulic models this month, and they anticipate floodplain working maps review for early April. No update on the emergency interconnect. We're still waiting on TCEQ approval, but it was submitted obviously in January. As far as the capital improvement plan, I'm meeting with them later this week, but they have existing water and wastewater models completed, and they're developing loading conditions and required CIP and impact fee analysis. So we're getting very close on that portion of it. Well 5, the hydrogeological report and the EAA permit application are completed, signed off on that. And hopefully those were submitted. The 30% plans were submitted to myself. Myself and the mayor looked over, reviewed the cost estimate and everything. That was right before we had the last meeting and the approval of the 6 million CO. The cost did come down a little bit, but it was still very much in line with where we were seeing the costs, and with the conservativeness, we obviously moved forward with the 6 million. We moved forward with them. The 60% though design and TCEQ submittal is expected by mid-April. So moving forward on that. Other than that, no real other update. I did mention earlier the updated timeline for the secondary access is listed there, so that June 8th. But obviously they've done a lot of work, so it could be even before that date that they're finished. But they have bladed everything and are ready to go, and so yeah, that's it. I know it's a lot, but
A lot of stuff happening.
it is.
A lot of stuff happening.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, we got, with hopefully them on site for the new water tower very soon. You'll see contractor for the existing water tower this week, handling some stuff that we needed taken care of. The 12-inch line. I mean, yeah. Yeah, coal mine is out there. They're working on the new street for coal mine. So I mean, it's
30 minutes. Just in that 30 minutes, they got so much dirt. And just boom, 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 boom. Okay.
yeah.
it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. It'll be good once we get done with that. Get it done. Another thing to cross off our project, our list of things to do. So that'd be good. Thanks, Zach.
Yeah.
All right, Austin, before we move into that one, just to make sure, or maybe we should go into the informational items. Is it a long exec? It'll be short, so we can go into that and then come back and do the informational, or what do you guys prefer?
I can make a motion.
Okay, go ahead.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to move item 9, the informational section, to above section 8, which is the executive session.
Okay, got a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Got a second? All right, let's go. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, let's go ahead and move on to item number 9, informational items. We'll go ahead and start right here.
No, sir. Other than the fact that the park looked nice. And a lot of that had to do with what the hard work you did. So
No,
thank you, Mayor.
staff did a great job. Nothing? Paula? Anything? Zach? Anything? We're good? See David, I think, back there. We're good. I don't see Richie back there. Ron? Oh, he's over there. Okay. He moved on me. Anything? Nothing at all. Pete? Okay, in the back. Anything like to share? We're good? All right, Melinda. On the 4th, the Saturday right before Easter. So it'll be right after we get done with the park, right? So the Easter? Okay. Good. Good. Mr. Cruz, anything you want to share information-wise happening in the community?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. No, it was good stuff. We'll be able to talk a little bit. Richie, anything? Nothing? Austin? Anything want to share?
No, I'm good. We had a good music event. I was there on Friday. The lights were beautiful, and got to share it with some peeps in Missouri.
I know. She was live with some people showing it off. So it was pretty cool.
They text me, we need you to go and
They wanted
Jeannie
to
and
see
her
it.
husband and everybody were in Missouri. So we,
We want proof.
mhm.
No, that was
So
cool.
yeah, it was nice.
We had theology on tap at Baby Dewey's, this past Thursday, the feast day of St. Joseph. And went very well. And then our next one's gonna be, April the 10th, theology on tap at Baby Dewey's. And it's gonna be part 2 of Haley's talk. Vocation, warfare, life behind bars.
Ooh,
Actual order.
wow. That's good. Should be good. Let us know. We need to push it out. Okay.
You want a UIL?
Yes, please. Let's share the great news.
UIL One Act Play update. They had their first competition in Hondo on Saturday, the district level, and they came in second with their play Lord of the Flies. If you're familiar with the book of the play, they have to get that all done in 40 minutes, and they did. And they had some good awards come out of it. We got one of the top actor awards, and we got 2 of the outstanding cast awards. So it did very well. We'll be moving on to by district this Friday at Hondo again. No time yet on when they're going to perform. They were going to do the schedule this week, but they just haven't put it out yet. And again, it should be the 3 schools advanced. 6 performed on last Saturday, 3 advanced, and we'll go again, another 6 schools, and 3 out of that will advance. So stand by for news. We hope that we advance out of by district this Friday.
Yep, without a doubt. The kids are doing outstanding. Miss Nelson is a true blessing. I mean, they're taking it to the next level without a doubt. So it's worked out really good for everybody. Right? Anything else?
Well, my daughter is one of the outstanding cast members. I didn't want to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. It's pretty cool. I think it was Braden. Braden was the
Braden is the other.
and
then
Hunter was
Emning.
Emmy.
Uh,
Emmy.
Right, he got one of the 2 top performers.
Yeah. Yeah. So pretty cool.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Good
But-
play. They will be doing 3 performances of the play after the UIL season's over for the community. It'll be sometime mid to late April. So stand by for the schedule on that.
Highly recommend it.
Yes.
Highly recommend it. I tell you what, you go in there and you sit, they darken the lights, and it's just like if you were in San Antonio. They're that good. The kids are that good.
They are.
They're that good. Definitely. All right. Got a few things to go ahead and cover. First thing, want to say many thanks to city staff, PD, Public Works, Lytle Little League, and a special thanks to Zach, Paola, and Teresa for getting things lined up and carried out for the Music Fest. I think it was a great success all the way around. It worked out really, really good. A lot of people that were very, very happy. So a few little things that we'll just adjust for next year, do a little bit of tweaking like we always do every year. Some great ideas that are floating around, but overall, a lot of people were very, very happy. Got a lot of feedback and stuff. So appreciate keeping us safe, making sure that we were taken care of, everything all the way around, things taken care of. And, you know, the lighting up of the lights, I mean, that was definitely a great, great thing to go ahead and do. And I'll talk a little bit in a little bit about that. Special thanks to PD and Public Works for the night that we lost the power due to the high winds. Appreciate you guys and everything that you did that night to kind of keep us safe, make sure that we kept our roads, and then of course dealing with the power outage and the impact on HEB and everything else that went along with that. You guys have knocked it out of the park. Along with that, just want to say special thanks to PD for taking care of us. We've unfortunately had quite a few trains that decided to stop in Lytle and for some reason stop for a few hours. And during that time, you guys were awesome, taking care of them, to include even last night. Actually last night, it was 2 nights ago, but actually had one where it stopped and, our first responders stepped in, our PD or fire, and we're able to help out, and we were able to get the train moving a lot quicker. We're learning as we go too, but it's something that is their responsibility, but we all team up because we want to make sure that we take care of our community. So we'll continue to do that as best as possible within our means. But thank you all for taking care of all the train stuff that we've been dealing with. Great start to the Little League season. The lights just premier. Mr. Lopez, I don't think they could have asked for a better guy. I know we had a lot of great people that could have stepped up and been able to do that, but I think Mr. Lopez did a great job of representing everybody by being able to do that. I can tell you so many DMs I've gotten from people that learned how to play Little League from him when he was a coach, and then when he was on the board, he was still helping out. So a great example of somebody to turn on the lights for the first time. So Zach, appreciate you doing that and working it out. Now we have auxiliary lights that we can actually use when we have events. Those lights are so good that it actually cuts, it cuts the lights right where they need to be without affecting anything. I mean, they're just unbelievable. So they work out really good. So Thursday night will be the first. I thought it was going to be Tuesday, but now they told me today that it's Thursday. So Thursday night is going to be the first night that they actually play under the lights. So if you happen to be available, 8 o'clock, swing by. It should be pretty cool to be able to do that. And I know I do apologize to those out there. I know I mentioned 2 o'clock or Tuesday to a few of you, but it's Thursday when the games are going to happen. We already covered the high school one act play. Thank you again. Want to say, congrats to our local HEB. A lot of superheroes over at HEB. Our partners over there. We're dealing with a major situation with a lot of loss of coal products. And I tell you what, in a short period of time, they were able to get the store going, get the power back, figure out how to be able to get services back to our community. They did a great job. They kept the trucks coming. Took a few days to get them back to normal, but those guys were determined to be able to do that. And I hope that the way that we highlighted them, our corporate headquarters knows how blessed they are to have the people that we have here. They did an awesome job. Congrats, grand opening to our new health wellness center. It's a Villanova Wellness and Beauty Team. I don't know if you've seen that. It's right across the old Railhead Cafe in that area where the Shops of Lido were at. If you haven't had a chance, stop by there. They got a lot of different services to include, hydration, different things, massage also opportunities if you need that. And if for some reason you just want to get a little lift or something, that do Botox, I'm not looking at you, but I'm just saying they do the shots and all that stuff in there. And it's pretty cool. I mean, just thinking about it, these folks actually have customers that travel all the way. She moved to Lytle and she likes Lytle and they're going to do that. And she brought a crew with that. She has family in the area, but she's got customers all the way from New Braunfels that travel just to come down here and get their services. So it just speaks of the quality of work that they actually do that. So that's pretty cool. So wish them the best. If you haven't stop by over there. I think they're going to do. And there's more great ideas in that area too, things that they're going to do. Kudos to Lytle ISD leadership and Marksman General Contractor on the construction of the primary. This weekend I got a chance to go walk, as they're doing the construction, and it's pretty cool. It's coming along pretty good. They're still shooting for the next school year, but I tell you, that company is very devoted to taking care. They have a wall where they put little half glass circles so the kids during the regular school day, they can actually go in there and they can peep in and they can actually see inside where they're working and doing the construction. So very committed to involvement with the kids and everything that goes on there. So it's pretty neat. They've done a good job, and we're wishing them the best to be able to take care of that. Congrats to our powerlifting program, Jaden, advancing to state. I think it's on Thursday. We give them the police escort, right? I think it's on Thursday when we actually have it. So we got somebody going for powerlifting up to state. So it'd be really good. Kudos to our girls softball and baseball teams. They're doing good, but also kudos because during the time of the windstorm, the wind actually knocked down one of the poles that had the lights, and they inspected all the poles and determined that they needed to get them all replaced. So during that whole time, they had to adjust their schedules. So the boys and the girls have had to play more out of local. Haven't played locally. They have to go to the visit. Basically, they become visitors. In all these games that were supposed to be played here locally. But they've been doing a really good job. hopefully that changes. They'll adjust some of the times, and hopefully we'll get some local games here in the future. But for right now, they're doing everything away games. Track team is doing great too. If you have a chance, go watch them. Congrats to Chase Guevara and signing. We have somebody else signing with Texas Lutheran University. There you go. You can get it right there. So we got a few more folks that are moving on with sports and academics, and that works out pretty good. I will let you know, give you a heads up, and I talked to Richie about this. We have on the first Wednesday of the month, we do our sirens check, and we do the radio check. Well, we're gonna also need to do a text check. The whole state of Texas is going to be doing a statewide testing. They want us to check everything. So for this time, we're going to do the texting. He's going to come up with a game plan to make sure that we have different people, just like we have with the sirens and with the radios in different parts of the city. We're going to have with the texting to see if we're reaching out to folks, and then we're going to need to report it to the state. So just to let you know, I'll be doing that. Easter egg hunt, everything ready, Paula? We getting there? Everything's still scheduled for 10 a.m., right? 10 a.m. So get there, get registered, and as soon as we're ready, we'll go ahead and 11. I think it's 11, right? We'll get everybody lined up, and off they go in the different fields. So it'll be pretty cool and be able to do that. Hey, we have lights now. We can do it at night.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. Go in the dark, right? You shut them off. I know. Be able to do that. I heard there's some prizes this year too. There's some donation or something like that. Yeah. So I think that'd be pretty cool to be able to do that. The other thing that has happened, the 75th. So out at the Music Fest, not only did we do the announcement of the lights turning on, but we also made the announcement for the Lido 75th anniversary. So on the 19th of September, we will actually have a parade, the second homecoming nighttime parade. And then as soon as the parade is over, we got 2 blocks that literally from Railhead to Tommy Joe's. If you can kind of think of those 2 blocks right in there, we're going to keep them closed, and it's going to become a block party. So we're going to have bands playing out there. We'll have vendors. We'll have the food trucks. So entertainment after the parade is a way to be able to celebrate the 75th. And there's an emblem. There's stuff that is going out there. So you'll see more and more. I want to give kudos to Josh Walker. He's been doing a great job getting everything set up. He's going to run with it. And he's going to help us out with being able to get this going. But folks are already asking questions about the nighttime parade. The form is already posted out there, right? On the website. I think they were supposed to. So you can start signing up. We got till September, but I know some people are already excited about being able to do that. I mean, just remember, tell folks that are going to participate. It's a nighttime parade. That means put lights on your trailer, light it up as much as you can, because it is supposed to be dark and the lights are supposed to be the ones that are highlighting everybody. So be able to do that. Okay. Birthdays. So we got the 9th of April. Actually, the 9th of April, we got April birthday. Yeah. The 10th. Yeah. Gotta love that birthday, right? Easy. 10th of April, we got Judge Elias happening. And then let me go get this. So we got on the 6th, we got David birthday coming up. And I know we still have some time, but we always do it a little bit before, and then we do another one later on. So we got the 6th, and then we got yours again. Richard wants to have. And then somebody's birthday right before our next meeting on the 12th, right? Right before. So 2 birthdays we get the chance to celebrate on this one. So here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday, dear David and Zach and David. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. All right. Any last minute? Anything at all? Nothing that we want to share? Okay. With that in mind, let's go ahead and Paula, if you can show us going into executive session at 7. I got to read it. Stand by. So this item number 8, executive session, city council, city of Lido may convene an executive session in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, section 551.071, consultation with attorney to discuss and consider the following items. A, discussion concerning state and federal litigation. So going into executive session, 7:44. Council, please meet us in the back. All right, Paula, if you can actually show us, it is 8:04 p.m. We are back from executive session. No action taken in the back, but I think we do have a follow-up.
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to make a motion. I move that the city waives potential conflicts relating to the Davison, Troilo, Ream, and Garza PC, our lawyers, serving as both city attorney and representing the city in the pending state and federal litigation against the city.
Okay, got a motion on the floor. Do I have a second? Got a second? Okay, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries forward. All yeas. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and move on back to item number 10, and this is the adjournment. It is 8:05. Do I have a motion for us to
Motion
adjourn?
that we adjourn this.
Okay, got a motion. Do I have, I got a second? Okay, any discussion? Oh, hold on. Richard, okay. All right, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you. 8:05, record time. Woo! Paula, we got